Oh, I should talk to hear myself out. That would be a thing.
When are you speak?
Right now. I mean, you could talk. If you want to. Mama, let me upgrade you.
When are you speak?
Right now. I mean, you could talk. All right. We are back in Azure because I clearly can't get rid of it. Let's play some lo-fi beats. All right, cool. I hope y'all can hear me. What's that? I gotta figure out. Oh, there we go. I was like, how did we get this to work again? I can see my chat now. Can someone tell me? Make sure y'all can hear me. I have a Twitch. You have a Periscope? You ain't even studying.
Sorry, last episode. Sorry, what?
I want to see if you could make sure that this is working.
Go
Go there and click on can you hear it? See if you can hear it. Because I'm trying to get better at this Twitch thing. Oh, wait, but my other screen. Oh, wait. Don't die, Mom.
Wow, you have to load me up on Periscope.
What happened?
It'd be like that.
Oh, wait, I forgot. She's still going.
I am.
Trying to get better at this. Yeah, I can hear you.
What can you see? No.
Well, it's lagging. It's far behind.
Your computer is slow. Oh, okay. I see it switching now. But I want you to.
Okay, now we're laughing.
Okay, cool. You can see, so you can see my notes in the platform.
Yeah.
Can't hear music.
Yeah. No.
I actually don't care about it. Y'all don't get no music today. I'm sorry. I just want to get this away.
So let's see. Who's the 3 viewers? Oh wait, I can't see.
No, I think on my side. Hi, Chinese. Chinese. I hope I said that right. Thanks. Aren't you nice? Okay, what am I doing? Why am I here? Okay. Today's lab is demoing how to create a log analytics workspace in Azure. These are the instructions that I will be following that I get from Linux Academy. That is the course platform that I'm using right now. I might use another one, but for right now, like Linux at least gives me the most labs, like the most hands-on labs that I can do. That's kind of like step-by-step guide instead of me trying to figure it out on my own, which I can, but I wanted more use case-based labs that will give me, well, like, for example, the other one I did before was about policies, like how to apply a policy. And this one is about how to create a log analytics workspace to connect to like your virtual machine. So I wanted more use case based things. So yeah, we can get her started, I guess. Well, I do this every time. I feel like every time I get here, the AC be going, and I gotta bum my nose. Okay, so use the Azure portal to create a new analytics workspace. We're gonna click on create a resource. In the sidebar, search for log analytics. Boom, workspace. Yo, search features really be changing the game. Search, select the option, click on create. To follow along, you can create a free trial account in Azure, and it'll give you $300. Though what I've been noticing, so I'm using the same account. No, I'm not using the same account, but I had a previous account that I created before, and I didn't really do much on it. And I noticed that my money went down really, really quickly. And they only give you 30 days. So you either have $300 that you waste up, or you have 30 days to use it, which kind of sucks because if I'm not mistaken, Google gives you $300 as well. But you have about a year. I want to say you have a year to use it. And it takes more money to do things in Azure than it is to do in GCP, I'm noticing. So like I had created a virtual machine 2 demos ago, and that virtual machine, mind you, it was a small one, was like $37. Now, granted, it was $37 a month. I didn't have it running, and when I came back, maybe like a week or so later, I noticed it was like my money was gone. They still had my money. Okay, what's next? Create the workspace with the following details. Fill out the basics page. Okay. We already know resource groups is whatever Linux gives me. You know, I like putting my name as instant details. So we're going to say Damos. Damos. I'm going to do this. Log. And I cannot spell or no? Lytics. Yes. Also, can I point out, so my brother, right, and I'm going to tag him in this on Twitter. My brother's supposed to be doing 100 days of cloud with me, but his is 100 days of code. And let's point out how he's not doing his 1 hour of code today. He can't hear me because he's watching Rick and Morty, but you're about to get shouted out. Oh,
Don't see that. No, I gotta go back.
he heard me.
Who's watching?
Nobody. Well, they'll watch it later probably because it's still pretty on the East Coast. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 o'clock on the East Coast, so people are probably still working. Or maybe getting off of work. Oh, you did get shouted at.
I'm watching it right now. Mom, you better get a shout out before she gets popular and doesn't shout you out no more.
What?
First off, that's not how that works.
And I actually thought about it, but like, no, my business is not relevant to what she's doing, so therefore.
But her cake is, did you look on my timeline and look at my mama's cake? I posted it. It's a burger cake. She's going to be out here one of those videos. Yo, my friends hate one of these girls, Maisha on Twitter. She hates it. She hates the fake cakes.
Oh.
Drives her insane. What was I doing? I get distracted so easily. Okay, pricing, region. Okay, we named it. Region, I'm going to actually put West because I always say you should do best security or best practices, and I don't practice what I preach. So I'm on the West Coast right now. I'm going to put West. Normally I would put East. You would put wherever you are. Now, pricing tier, they said to do as pay as you go. There's no other options. All right. You can change to a capacity reservation after your workspace is created to learn more about it. I don't want to do that. Tags. So remember last time we did tags, Tags helps you identify or to be able to apply policies later. So I think in the last demo I did, the policies demo, where we had created a tag for auditing. I'm not going to create a tag here because it takes a while for tags to pop up. But if you want to see how you can create policies to like resources that you create using tags, here is where you would do that. So you would put like, I'll put an example, right? So if I want to say this is an audit and I want to say that this means yes, like my value for if this is an audit resource is yes, then I'm going to put that, right? Make sure I pass validation. All right, cool. Let's press create. Now I have to go back to Linux to get like the description. Maybe if I can post that. I don't know if I can repost that. I don't know how this works. But I want to put why we would be creating a log analytics workspace. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was saying to monitor your resource, which makes sense. Like every time you set up a resource in a production environment, right? Every time you set up a resource that's holding data, you want to attach some kind of monitoring aspect to it, so that way you can keep track of who authenticated to this resource or your environment, or if you want to check to see if your resource goes down or if it's at capacity, or who did something, like who might have changed something. You always want to like connect logging and analytics to your environment. So that is finished. So we finished step 1 of creating a log analytics workspace. What's happening right now? Yeah, we did all that. Cool. We did step 1. So connect virtual machine to log analytics. I believe they already created a virtual machine, but for the purposes of this demo, yeah, they did. I want to create my own to see if it's still going to work. Okay, subscription. Still the same. You already know. Download first VM girl. Region, we're going to put it in the same region. Don't need any redundancy. What is my image going to be? What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. It is only Tuesday. Only Tuesday. Oh, I'm like, how do I don't know how to do this. Okay. It doesn't tell me what image, so because I'm creating this on my own and I'm like diverting from the instructions. I'm going to do a small image. Ooh, that's not where I want to be. Wait a minute. Let's go back. All right, cool. Let's do. All right, I'm gonna leave it as Ubuntu. We good. Size. I want it to be smaller. You see what I was talking about? Where it's $87 dollars. How much is this one? $36. That's still expensive. This is $36. Okay, cool. Administrator account. Sure. I'll leave everything as default. Do you tell me to leave? Oh, because I'm creating my own. Dang, am I messing this up? Because we're gonna try it anyway. I'm gonna leave everything as default. And see what happens. It's gonna be like, eh. Oh, yay. I have port set open to the internet. That's fine because we're gonna shut this down after. So let's press create. Sure, download it. That's okay. I don't want to show that. All right, cool. So I created a virtual machine. We created our log analytics. Let's come back. hasn't been finished yet, right? I'm like, what am I looking for? Yeah, it's still in progress. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm like, what am I looking for? Yeah, it's still in progress. Cool. You're taking forever. What's happening? I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I ain't really eat today. I had breakfast at like, what, 10, 11, 12, 1? It's been 3 hours. Now I can see why they said to just use this virtual machine, because this is going to take a while.
So I cleaned it the other day.
Really? My hair looks crazy. I lost my notes. Okay, we might have to use the other virtual machine. Because I messed up. I didn't mess up. But... Do you need water?
What?
You.
Why are you drinking everyone during your stream?
I'm just saying. She's coughing.
I'm
not
supposed to. I mean,
You should be coughing that often.
it was literally
It's the
like
Rona. I'm just saying. You're coughing like 5 times. I just wanted to make sure. Excuse me.
Let's not forget you sneezed 3 times in a row the other day.
You have allergies.
Y'all.
Anyway, I have allergies. I have excuses.
What's your excuse?
I have allergies.
Oh, I just want to let you know.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
I just want to let
People
you know
get
after
tickle
she
in their
called.
nose, their throats, their eyes itch. There's a whole lot that can go on with allergies.
I don't think coughing really contributes to that.
Just want to let you know after she sneezed, my head started.
Whatever. Your head was hurting before I started
I take
sneezing.
way more precautions than the two of you do. So
Are we done here? Are we done? I just want to know, are we done or is we done? Is you done or is you done?
Something to do with my life. I'm bored.
Please ignore my family.
You should be doing your coding.
I mean,
Oh, please. You're just now getting started. Let's see how long you last.
oh wow.
Anyway, this is what happens all day.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so my virtual, I am. They got all of this, actually.
That's what I just said. She's dragging us during the stream. Like, you don't want to put that on mute?
I don't know how.
You don't want to shut off the stream? Like, I'll be back.
I don't know how.
Okay.
Anyway, so my virtual machine is done now, finally. It just took a little friendly banter with my family. Cool. So we're going to connect our virtual machine to Log Analytics. It says using the portal, navigate to the Log Analytics workspace we just did. So I should be able to kind of just type that in, right? Yeah. Boom, boom. Click on virtual machines within the workspace data sources. Do I have to click in it? Yeah, no. Oh, workspace data sources, virtual machines. And click on my VM. I almost pressed VM girl. Click connect. So what this just did by connecting my Log Analytics workspace to the virtual machine I created, essentially we just created virtual machine monitoring, meaning this log analytics is going to monitor anything happening on my virtual machine. So like if I install an application, if I do something with the application, if I connect to it, if I do anything with it, this log analytics workspace is supposed to capture all that information. I wonder if it's the equivalent to GCP's Stackdriver. So Stackdriver is also a monitoring solution for Google resources. So like you can attach it to a virtual machine or to an environment and it'll collect logging and data analytics, excuse me, for that virtual machine. So like, for example, in one of the demo, I'm going to do the demo again later, but you could, for example, connect Stackdriver to a virtual machine. And then if you are, say that virtual machine has inbound, outbound, say if it has like port 80 open, port 443 open, and you want to monitor the traffic going between that, or if you want to monitor whether or not there's too much traffic coming to this one virtual machine, and say you put a cap on it at like 75%, it can trigger an alert to your account, basically saying like, hey girl, you might want to check on this. All right, cool. It connected. What am I supposed to do with it now? You may choose to perform the following actions to verify. This is an optional activity. I don't get credit for this. And not required to enable virtual machine monitoring. But I enabled it, so I guess because, oh, nice. Can you have more than one? Let's try it. Well, first I want to see like what this does. Okay, so the only thing right now in my activity log is that I created the workspace, right? Let me move this over so you can see. No, so I can see. So all it's showing me is that I did that. So let's see. What's in my other virtual machine? It's already started. Oh, see, so like this has, okay, so that has data. So now let me go back. So I attached it to the virtual machine I created, but because technically like nothing's happening with my virtual machine, there's no activity log. So now I want to connect it to the virtual machine they told me to connect it to, because if I listen to instructions, then maybe I wouldn't be in this scenario. But I'm going to connect it to that. I'm going to connect it to the first one. I'm going to put that down. Okay. Let's give that a little bit to connect. And then if the second virtual machine, the one that the lab already comes with, if that has traffic, then maybe we can see that in the log analytics. It's a little bit confusing. Again, I'm not a fan of this platform, but it got to be done. Does it have to be done? I don't know. Why am I doing that? I don't know. Questions that need answers that I don't have. Oh, a pool. I want to go in a pool so bad. Hmm? I want to go back to Hattie Beach just to get the drink.
See what I mean about putting my life in jeopardy? That casino was a hotbed of
Well,
germs.
first off, how do we get here? Like, how? Anyway, this has finished. Let me continue. Okay. I connected both virtual machines. So now that answered my question before. Can I connect two virtual machines to a workspace? And I can. I wonder how many virtual machines can you connect at once? Is this supposed to be my one-stop shop? my entire environment. All right, let's look at activity log. Nothing. Okay, I got nothing. I am confusion now. I connected a data source, configuration. They didn't tell me that. I don't think this is it. I think Azure Security Center is different. Let's see, access control. That's just assigning a role. I don't want to do that. Let's see, tag. We created a tag, audit, so that worked. Oh, that does mean nothing. Okay. Can I set up an alert? All right, let's see if we can set up an alert. Select condition. I want you to trigger. See what I was talking about, where you can configure different alerts to trigger for different stuff. So like if you do it by metrics, you can trigger for when a percentage of free space, like if you want to make sure that you always have 50% free space, you can use this as a trigger. Available memory. I don't think I'm able to really put a trigger because I don't think there's anything happening on either virtual machine. And unfortunately, it's confusing figuring out I want to connect using the browser and not using. Yeah, see, I tried that before and that didn't work. Okay. No. No. Come back. I just want to connect. So like in Google, you can connect straight away. Like if I want to SSH into it, it will do that from my browser. And I know that there's a command line here, but that doesn't populate to let me see. I don't know. PowerShell? Is PowerShell the one I had to set up before? Oh yeah, I can't because this is Bahumbug. And I think I have to SSH on my client. Yeah, I don't want to do all that. What was I just doing before? No, I opened up this. Let's bash. Is that let me do it? Nope. Okay, cool. I can't because I'm on Linux Academy's lab and they block you from doing anything. Okay, well, I guess at least we know how to connect monitoring solution to a virtual machine, right? And create a virtual machine because I created my own because I don't be listening. So today's day 6, I think, of 100 Days of Cloud. We learned how to create a virtual machine, which we already knew, but it's okay to do iterations of things. And we connected Log Analytics Workspace. Let's get a analytics. Workspace. Let's figure out what Log Analytics. Like I know what it is, but I just want to get better. Use Log Analytics Workspace menu to create a Log Analytics Workspace using. Hold on, I would check I don't think anyone's here anyway, but I'll be a nice person and check the. Oh, did I delete? Did I? Oh, I was about to say. I didn't. Okay, cool. A log analytics workspace is a unique environment for Azure monitor log data. Each workspace has its own data repository and configuration, and data sources and solutions are configured to store their data in a particular workspace. You require a log analytics workspace if you intend on collecting data from the following sources: Azure resources in your subscription, as we saw in our demo, on-premises computers monitored by the System Center Operations Manager, device collection from Configuration Manager, or diagnostics or log data from Azure Storage. So we didn't attack storage. We had just attacked a regular resource in our subscription. So it's weird because it says for other sources, such as Azure One VM and Windows. So we connected one, they had one Windows already there, and we had a Linux virtual machine. Anyway. Okay, so this is the same steps. So I guess it's just a way for you to monitor. I was trying to figure out if it had a little bit more in-depth information, but I guess it doesn't. Well, that was a really quick demo. I'm probably going to do some reading later and take some notes. I did see some examples of people who do streaming of their notes and stuff. I'm not sure if that's anything anyone is interested in. But I think I might do it, or maybe just attach it to my Patreon. But I definitely am trying to figure out, you can stop sharing now. How to put my content around the stuff that I'm studying and doing, mainly because I need to keep myself accountable. And by doing this through streaming, that helps. But also, I know a lot of other people are interested in doing certifications and figuring out, like, how do I structure things? How can I just study with other people? All that kind of good stuff. So I'm thinking about doing that, and then kind of connecting with people on my Discord and stuff. So if you want access to Discord, shoot me a message. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, how can I say shoot me a message? On there. Wait. There.